Hi guys, welcome back to part 5 of the night call. Let's get into it. Continue. Let's go with this girl. I guess this guy's closer. I think we already did a fair for him. He was that guy that jumped out of the window or something. Alicia Clefs. The words, I can sense them, they're calling me. Okay. Your next passenger immediately raises her hand. Drive. I don't care where. I just need you to drive. Start driving. You turn the key in the ignition. Yes, there. Good. Keep going this way. Her deep, full voice makes you slightly uncomfortable. With closed eyes, she seems like she's in a place far from the backseat of your taxi. When she starts speaking, there's an odd whistle in her voice, like she has a hole in one of her teeth. Slow down. Frail or fragile? A bit surprised, you look back at her in the mirror. Answer me, frail or fragile? I'm not sure. Don't think about it, just say the first one that comes to mind. Is this like a psychic or something? Frail or fragile? Fragile. Ah, odd. I wouldn't have thought that of you. After all, frailty applies more to humans than to objects. The whistle in her voice crackles for a second. Both words actually have the same root. A smile spreads across her face. 2 words, 2 units. And life went on, and words mixed once again. She pauses. You okay? She doesn't hear your question because she starts to scream. Go down this street and stop! You speed up in the quiet street. The cold weather has driven away all the passers-by. There! Yes! Good! I've got it! She cries out with joy and it resonates in the cab. I've got it! Look, the words are right there! They're wandering past us like sheep, like... She explodes with laughter. What words? She immediately stops laughing. She silences you with a wave of her hand. Now, I must write. She closes her eyes. Her fingers stroke imaginary upholstery. The frail are forced into battle. Together come the children, a son and a daughter, standing tall to salute. They will cry. Oh, yes, they will cry. The eaglets fly behind. The frail will say. Your passenger freezes. When she opens her eyes again, she stares at you. What happens when you sleep? She's waiting for you to answer. I have nightmares? She tilts her head to the side just a bit. No, that's a lie and you know it. And what happens when you drive? I make a living? Exactly. You give your time to others. She laughs strangely, almost a snicker, as her eyelids droop. Ha ha ha. And the son will say, Frail father, I want you to come back to life. And the daughter will say, Frail father, I want you to come back a winner. The whistle in her voice grates on your ears. The father responds, You must choose. As the eaglet lands upon his shoulder, together they fly off, and thus all began. Fragile, frail, 2 paths that can't be fooled. The son and daughter will grow up, though not at the same pace. When, early one morning, 20 years later, they wake up, they wake to the sound of a bugle. The sound will be beaten, churned, and clubbed, until he wakes up from a 1,000-year nightmare. A nightmare that kneaded together earth and life, and brought into the world a dream for the daughter and the son. May they learn to live again without their father. Frail and fragile. Frail is fragile. She catches her breath. 11 years. I've been writing this poem for 11 years. Good job. You get the impression she didn't even hear you. For 11 years I've been trying to finish the text. It's filled with so much. It's infused with my entire life. Its lungs are swollen with my tears. Her breathing is now quite irregular. And it was all waiting right here, in this street, right in front of me, she giggles. Thank you. She sighs and places a few bills in front of you, far more than the fare. Stop here and... You pull the cab over. Keep everything. I have nothing more. She gets out of the taxi without a peep. Say nothing? It seems to you that it's only an impression, but it looks like she's getting smaller and smaller with each step. Darkness swallows her and you sit there, a bit shaken by her palm. You pick up the money. Something falls at your feet. You grab onto a small, shiny white seashell with your fingers. You look at it for a second without saying a word. 11 years. The idea makes its way into your brain. You take a minute and drive off. 11 years? That's some commitment, I guess. I'm gonna pick up this girl. She looks anxious. Oh, this is one of our suspects, though. Well, I guess I'll go to him. Hey, pal, can you help me out? The door opens. It's Hervé, a homeless man like hundreds of others in Paris. You've known each other for years, and every now and then he asks a favor of you to drive him someplace. As usual, he greets you quietly, though he always seems a little on edge. Hey, buddy, what's up, pup? He has a strange verbal tic that you've never really understood. You start the cab. The passenger in the back seat is whistling a funny tune. He's in a pretty good mood. You look good. Yeah, thanks. Some days are like that. Everything goes your way, hey? Belly's full, your buddies are around to help you, you're not cold. He gives you a smile. And then, you know, you get good news. Oh, really? Really? Something you're glad to hear. Well, out with it then. Well, it's my ex-wife. She just got married again. And a real love story and all that, just the way we like 'em. You're not jealous? Jealous? He shrugs. I don't believe in being jealous. Being jealous is for jerks, all right. She's happy and I am too, so why beat yourself up over being jealous? In the rearview mirror, your passenger's face clouds over as if what he was saying had just sunk in. Suddenly, between clenched teeth, he hisses, Whore. Oh my god, okay. You look up. Whore? What? Didn't you just say whore? Your passenger smiles slightly. Nuh-uh, don't worry about it. I was thinking about something else. Suddenly, Hervé opens the cab door. You can pull up over here. I don't want you to get into any trouble. The guys in the squat can be a little on edge. You park the car and Hervé opens the door. Good night and thanks again, Can. He gives you a smile. A moment later, Hervé vanishes inside a graffiti-covered building. Its imposing Art Deco facade mesmerizes you for a moment. And then you start the cab. Okay, well, that didn't really do anything. Is that a kitty? Let's get the kitty! Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, get the kitty. The kitty's gonna give us money. You pull up to the sidewalk and wait for your passenger. Since it looks like a no-show, you get out of the cab after a minute or two to smoke a cigarette. There's not much going on in this small town in the suburbs. There are a few apartments that still have lights on. A sweet scent hangs in the air. Eventually, you stub out your cigarette and get back into the car. You jump, startled. The cat has managed to slip into the cab. It's sitting on the back seat, staring at you intently. You sit there for a moment, considering whether or not to shoo it away. But just as you are about to wave your hand, the cat shifts positions and a slip of paper falls from its collar. Pick up the paper. You pick up the piece of paper and unfold it. A fragment of a map of Paris, the Saint Lazare train station. You turn your eyes slowly to the cat. He seems to be expecting an answer. Are you going somewhere? The cat tilts his head to the side as if to say yes. You want to go to St. Lazare? The cat tilts its head again. Are you a dog? The cat slowly nods its head no. Your hands clutch the wheel tightly. Oh, what a pretty smart kitty! What the hell is going on? You turn around to face the cat. Okay, fine, I'll take you. You let out a sigh. Okay, fine. You start talking to yourself in low tones if to balance the conversation. Normal, this is all perfectly normal. You start the cab, but cast a glance at the cat behind you. You're the one who ordered the cab? You start to laugh. A few minutes go by, you try to break the ice. I saw the cat, he nodded his head. I saw it. Simple questions are probably best. Everything okay? Neither a yes or a no, more of a plaintive meow. Are you going on vacation? The cat looks at you for a moment and then lets out a somewhat sarcastic meow. Nah. Does it have to do with your owner? A long, plaintive meow. Nah. You nod your head. What happened? Was it a man? No answer. A woman? Was she mean to you? The cat seems to be uncertain. She was not around for you? The cat doesn't seem to understand. For instance, your owner is never home, you're bored, you want to spend more time playing. If cats could roll their eyes, he would have. Can't they? Well, I don't know. Does she have other cats? The cat gives you a look full of disbelief. No, that's not it. You're independent. You like to be alone, right? This cat doesn't seem to feel like talking anymore. He turns his head away, looks at the street out the window. You're not far now, after the next light. You point to a light in the distance. That's St. Lazare. We'll be there soon. A few yards later, you stop at the drop-off area in front of the station. The first train doesn't leave for another hour. Where are you going? The cat stares at you without making a noise. Let me guess. St. Lazare. If you're going to the suburbs of Paris, you wouldn't have needed to come into town. So somewhere in the northwest of France. Normandy? Somewhere by the sea, huh? The cat is looking at you and meows. A sharp sound, probably a yes. A very hungry yes. Yeah. For the fish, I guess. You check the time on the dashboard. It's time to go to get a real customer. You try not to think too much about the situation you're in, and you hope that no one sees you talking to a cat. Go on. I'll just start saying the names of cities, and you meow when I hit the right one. You start to list cities in Normandy. The cat doesn't move a muscle. Cherbourg. The cat looks up. So it's Cherbourg. Getting close. St. Malo. Still nothing. I've got it. Deauville. A meow of delight. You're smiling too. All of a sudden you're exhausted. Okay, come on. Time to say goodbye. You get out of the cab and open the back door. A bill has appeared on the seat next to the cat. It is enough for the fare and more. Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you? I won't ask you where it came from. You smile and lean over to pet the cat. It leaps out of the car and darts between your legs. You can just make out a shape dashing up a flight of stairs and slipping between the bars of a gate. You get back in the car. You look at yourself in the rearview mirror. Your features are heavy. There's an achievement blocking my way. Your features are heavy with fatigue. Your right eyelid is twitching. As you start the car, you remember you are allergic to cats, but you haven't sneezed once. You pull out of the station. Favorite customer, by far. Okay guys, I'm going to end that part there. Thank you so much for watching my adventures with this cat. And I'll see you in the next one.